this video, we will continue with exercise 7.1. Now we start with the next question. In this question, they are saying AD and BC are equal perpendiculars to a line segment AB. Then show that CD bisects AB. Now draw the figure. Over here, two things are given to us. AD and BC are equal also and they are perpendicular also. So AD is equal to BC is given to us, and this angle is also given to us as 90 degrees, that is angle 1 and angle 2 are of measure 90 degrees. So let us write down given over here. So over here AD is equal to BC and angle 1 is equal to angle 2, which is of measure 90 degrees. Now we have to prove that CD bisects AB. That is, CD is bisecting the line segment AB. That is, we have to prove that this AO is equal to OB. So to prove that AO is equal to OB. Now what we will do, we will try to prove these two triangles to be congruent. And if the triangles are congruent, then definitely by CPCT we will get that AO is equal to OB. So let us take these two triangles. So in triangle AOD and triangle BOC, we have AD is equal to BC. Why? Because it is given to us. So over here we write down given. We have angle 1 equal to angle 2, each of measure 90 degrees. This is also given to us because it is given that these are perpendiculars. So these angles are of measure 90 degrees. Now let us observe this figure carefully. We can see over here that angle 3 and angle 4, they form a pair of vertically opposite angles, and we know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So over here we have angle 3 is equal to angle 4 because they are vertically opposite angles. So we can say that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC by AAS criteria of congruence. So by AAS criteria of congruence, the two triangles are congruent, and definitely if the triangles are congruent, then by CPCT we will get that AO is equal to BO by CPCT. Now let us start off with the next question. In this question they are saying L and M are two parallel lines intersected by another pair of parallel lines P and Q. Show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So this is the figure which is given to us. These are two parallel lines. L is parallel to M and P is parallel to Q. This is given to us. Now we have to prove that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. These two triangles are congruent to each other. Now if these two are parallel lines and these are also parallel lines, so definitely this quadrilateral ABCD will be a parallelogram, because we know that a quadrilateral in which both the pair of opposite sides are parallel is a parallelogram. So over here we write down that since L is parallel to M and P is parallel to Q, so therefore ABCD is a parallelogram. This quadrilateral is a parallelogram. And if this quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So this would be equal to this, AB would be equal to CD, and this would be the common side. So by SSS criteria of congruence, the two triangles would be congruent. So let us write it down. So in triangle ABC and triangle CDA, we have AB is equal to CD, we have BC is equal to DA. What is the reason for this? Opposite sides of parallelogram. Opposite sides of parallelogram ABCD. And we have AC is equal to CA because it is the common side. So therefore we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA by SSS criteria of congruence, and this is what we have to prove. Now remember, in maths there is not only one method, there can be many more methods to prove it. You can also prove it by this method. You can see over here in both these triangles, since these are parallel lines, so definitely this angle 1 would be equal to angle 2. Why? Because they are alternate interior angles, and since AB is parallel to CD and AC is the transversal, so angle 3 would be equal to angle 4. Again, these are alternate interior angles, and AC equal to CA, it is the common side. So the two triangles would be congruent by ASA criteria of congruence. But remember, if you prove this by ASA criteria of congruence, then you will have to mention the parallel lines and the transversal. Like over here, for angle 1 is equal to angle 2. AD is parallel to BC and AC is the transversal, you will mention that, and angle 3 equal to angle 4, AB is parallel to CD and AC is the transversal. So by ASA, the two triangles would be congruent. Now let us start off with the next question. In this question, line L is the bisector of angle A. DB and PQ are perpendiculars from B to the arms of angle A, and we have to prove that triangle APB is congruent to triangle AQB and BP is equal to BQ. This is what we have to prove. Now over here, since L is bisecting this angle A, so definitely we can say that this angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and these angles are given to be of measure 90 degrees. So angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Let us write down given over here. So it is given to us that angle 1 is equal to angle 2, and it is also given that angle 3 is equal to angle 4, which is of measure 90 degrees. Now let us take these two triangles, triangle APB and triangle AQB. In these triangles we have angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This is given to us. We have angle 3 equal to angle 4, each of measure 90 degrees. This is also given to us, and this is the common side that we have. We have AB is equal to AB, as it is the common side. So therefore these two triangles APB and triangle AQB, these triangles are congruent by AAS criteria of congruence. And if the triangles are congruent, then definitely by CPCT we can write that BP is equal to BQ. This is what we obtain by CPCT, and this is what we had to prove. In this question, it is given to us that AC is equal to AE, AB is equal to AD, and angle VAD, that is angle 1, is equal to angle EAC, that is angle 2. This is given to us, and we have to prove that BC is equal to DE. Now in order to prove that BC is equal to DE, we will take two triangles, we will prove it to be congruent, and by CPCT we will get BC is equal to DE. So which two triangles we'll have to take? We'll take those two triangles in which we have BC and DE. So we take triangle ABC, this is triangle ABC, and we take triangle ADE. We take triangle ADE. Now in these triangles what we see that AB is equal to AD is given to us, AC equal to AE is also given to us, but angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Now as you can see in the figure, angle 1 is not the complete angle of triangle ABC. This is the complete angle. And angle 2 is not the complete angle of triangle ADE. So what we do, we take this angle as angle 3. Now over here, since angle 1 is equal to angle 2, this is given to us. So we add angle 3 on both sides. So angle 1 plus angle 3 would be equal to angle 2 plus angle 3. So from the figure we can see that angle 1 plus angle 3 is this angle. We name it as angle 4. Angle 2 plus angle 3 is this angle. We name it as angle 5. Now this is angle 4 and this is angle 5. So now this is the complete angle of triangle ABC, and angle 5 is the complete angle of triangle ADE. So let this be equation number 1. Now we take the two triangles. In triangle ABC and triangle ADE, we have AB is equal to AD, we have AC is equal to AE, this is given to us, and we have angle 4 is equal to angle 5 from equation 1. These angles are equal. So therefore we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE by which criteria of congruence? SAS. By SAS criteria of congruence, the two triangles would be congruent, and if the triangles are congruent, then definitely by CPCT we get BC is equal to DE, and this is what we have to prove. Now let us start off with question number 7. It is similar to the 6th question and it is also one of the important questions. Over here it is given to us that P is the midpoint of line segment AB. So we can write that AP is equal to PB. It is given to us that angle 1 is equal to angle 2, that is angle TAB is equal to angle EBA. And it is also given to us that angle EPA, that is angle 3, is equal to angle TPB, that is angle 4. Now we have to prove that triangle DAB is congruent to triangle EBP and AD is equal to BE. Now over here, if we take these two triangles, we take triangle TAP and we take triangle EPB. You can see from the figure that angle 3 is not the complete angle of this triangle, and angle 4 is not the complete angle of triangle EPB. So what we do, we take this as angle 5. So over here angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This is given to us. Now we add angle 5 on both sides. So this is what we obtain. Angle 3 plus angle 5, you can name it as angle 6, and angle 4 plus angle 5, you can name it as angle 7. So angle 6 is equal to angle 7. Let this be equation number 1. Now you can see from the figure that angle 6 is the complete angle of triangle DAP and angle 7 is the complete angle of triangle EPB. Now we take these two triangles, we take triangle DAP and we take triangle EBP. In both these triangles we have AP is equal to PB. This is given to us. We have angle 1 is equal to angle 2. This is also given to us. And we have angle 6 is equal to angle 7 from equation 1 over here. So we can say that triangle DAB is congruent to triangle EBP. By which criteria of congruence? Angle, side, angle. So by ASA criteria of congruence, the two triangles are congruent, and if the triangles are congruent, then definitely by CPCT we can write AD is equal to BE, and this is what we had to prove. Now let us start off with the last question of this exercise, question number 8, and it is an important question. So write down important in your register. Over here you can see that figure is given to us in the book, but maybe in exams figure is not given to you. The statement will only be given, and then you'll have to draw the figure yourself and then solve the question. So let us see how we will draw this figure. In right triangle ABC, right angle at C. So first of all, let us draw a right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at C. So angle C is of measure 90 degrees. Then they are saying M is the midpoint of hypotenuse AB. So over here M is the midpoint of hypotenuse. So AM is equal to BM. This is given to us. C is joined to M and produced to a point D such that DM is equal to CM. So over here C is joined to M and it is produced to a point D such that DM is equal to CM. Then they are saying point D is joined to point B. So this is joined to point B. And now we have to prove that triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD. Angle DBC is of measure 90 degrees. Triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB, and CM is equal to half of AB. This is what we have to prove. Now let us start off with the first part. Over here we have to prove that triangle AMC, this triangle, is congruent to triangle BMD, this triangle. So over here, as you can see in the figure, AM is equal to BM, which is given to us. CM is equal to DM. This is also given to us. And we can see that this angle 1 is equal to angle 2, as they are vertically opposite angles. So we can say that triangle AMC is congruent to triangle BMD by SAS criteria of congruence. And if the triangles are congruent, then by CPCT we can say that AC is equal to BD. This is what we obtain by CPCT. And we can also say that angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 3 is equal to angle 4. This is what we obtain by CPCT. Since the triangles are congruent, so corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are equal. Angle C would be equal to angle D, or angle 4 would be equal to angle 3. By CPCT, this is what we obtain. Now over here, since angle 3 is equal to angle 4, what type of angles are these? These are alternate interior angles. But these are alternate interior angles. And we know that if alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines would be parallel. So therefore we obtain that DB is parallel to AC. Now if DB is parallel to AC and BC is the transversal, so angle B plus angle C would be equal to 180 degrees because they are co-interior angles. and we know that co-interior angles are supplementary. But in the question it is given to us that angle C is of measure 90 degrees. So in place of angle C, we write down 90 degrees. So from here we obtain angle B is equal to 180 minus 90, that is 90 degrees. Angle B is 90 degrees, or we can say that angle DBC is a right angle. Now we have to prove that triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB. Now in both these triangles we have DB is equal to AC. We had proved it earlier. We had proved it by CPCT that DB is equal to AC. Angle B is equal to angle C, each of measure 90 degrees. This also we have already proved that angle B is of measure 90 degrees, and BC is equal to BC. It is the common side. BC is equal to CB as it is the common side. So therefore triangle DBC is congruent to triangle ACB by SAS criteria of congruence. And if the triangles are congruent, then definitely by CPCT we can write that CD is equal to AB. This is what we obtain by CPCT. Now since M is the midpoint of CD, so CD can be written as twice of CM is equal to AB. Since M is the midpoint of CD, M is the midpoint of CD, so we have written CD as twice of CM. So from here we obtain that CM is equal to half of AB.